Let's get into the Patriots trade machine, because those picks that they have now at 23 and at 31 are insanely valuable and definitely something that the Patriots are going to try to toss around to move up in the draft or acquire a player. So let's get into my first trade offer, and it's for Odell Beckham Jr. I know I said before that I don't think this trade is going to happen, and I still don't think this trade is going to happen, but there is an option out there for them to do it. So I think the New York Giants would get the Patriots both their first-round picks of 23 and 31, plus a 2019 fourth-round pick just to sweeten the deal a little bit. The Patriots get Odell Beckham Jr. and then a fifth-rounder from this year. I think this is an even swap, honestly, mostly because the Giants get those two first-round picks along with their pick at number 2. They get to get rid of Odell Beckham Jr. and not have to sign him to the money that he wants. They get an extra pick next year just to make the deal that much better, but the Patriots get a fifth-round pick back this year just because the Patriots love those late-round picks. They usually try to stockpile them, and this would be an opportunity for them to do so. So that would be my possible trade for OBJ. I don't think it's going to end up happening, but I think the Giants would jump all over that. 2 first-round picks plus a 2019 fourth that lines up perfectly with what reports are that the Giants want for Odell. Let's get into our next trade. This is the one that I want to happen. This is a personal one. It is a possible trade for linebacker Roquan Smith. So I think the Patriots might be overpaying a little bit too much for this trade, but I think that they're going to trade up for him just to get the guy that they want. I think a lot of people are going to be calling for that 49ers pick at 9. I don't think they're going to end up taking it. So they're going to get a lot of calls, so the Patriots are going to have to make it nice. So I think the Pats are going to give up number 23, number 31, and number 63 overall. The Pats are going to get number 9 overall, and then pick number 184, which is in the 6th round. I think the Patriots would do this trade in a second, as long as Roquan Smith is still on the board. Have to make that obvious. If Roquan Smith isn't on the board, they're obviously not going to make this trade. But if he is there, they want to grab him before maybe the Raiders get him at 10. I think the Patriots would jump up and give up those 2 first-round picks. Remember, they will trade up for a linebacker that they fall in love with, and they will do anything they can to get that guy. And I think those 3 picks will be enough to get him. And then finally, our last trade. Do not hurt me, Patriots fans, but I came up with a mock for what the Patriots would have to give up to get the number 2 overall pick from the New York Giants to possibly draft Josh Rosen. So what would the Giants get? Well, they would get basically every single pick in the Patriots' top 70, number 23, number 31, number 43, number 63, plus another first-round pick next year. Now, obviously, this isn't a very Belichickian trade. He would never trade 5 picks for 1. That's never really been his style. But if they want Josh Rosen, and that is the guy they identify as the heir to the throne for Tom Brady, then they could make a move like this. The only thing the Patriots would get is that number 2 overall pick, but quarterbacks are so overvalued in the NFL draft. Even when they're not the best players in the draft, they still go 1 and 2 and 3. So I think that the Patriots would have to give up basically their entire top end of their draft in order to get Josh Rosen. It would be probably the craziest trade that Bill Belichick has ever made in the history of his time with the New England Patriots, but it is an option I think that they will try to at least test the waters with to see if they can move up. I don't think it'll end up happening, but that is definitely an option for what the Patriots could do with those 2 picks.